Welcome to the channel. Here, we honor the legendary figures we've lost, but whose legacies continue to inspire us every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a tribute. Stick around till the end, we promise there's always something meaningful waiting for you. Richard Totten Dick Button, born on July 18, 1929, in Englewood, New Jersey, was a transformative figure in the world of figure skating. His innovative techniques and athletic prowess not only earned him numerous titles but also redefined the sport standards. Button's journey from a young skater to a celebrated champion and commentator is a testament to his dedication and passion for figure skating. Early life and introduction to skating. Button began skating at an early age in his hometown of Englewood. However, it wasn't until he was 12 that he started training earnestly. This shift in commitment was spurred by his father's encouragement after overhearing a remark doubting young Button's potential in the sport. Recognizing his son's talent, Button's father sent him to Lake Placid, New York, to train under the guidance of coach Gus Lussey, a partnership that would prove pivotal in his skating career. Rise to prominence. Button's ascent in the figure skating world was swift. In 1946, at just 16, he clinched his first U.S. championship title, marking the beginning of a dominant streak. He went on to win 7 consecutive U.S. championships from 1946 to 1952, tying the record set by Roger Turner. His international debut was equally impressive. In 1948, he became the first American to win the European Championship, a feat that led to the event being restricted to European skaters. Thereafter, Olympic triumphs and technical innovations. Button's Olympic performances were groundbreaking. At the 1948 Winter Olympics in St. Moritz, he became the first skater to successfully land a double axel in competition, securing his first Olympic gold medal. 4 years later, at the 1952 Oslo Olympics, he made history again by landing the first ever triple jump, a triple loop, in competition, earning his second Olympic gold. These achievements not only showcased his technical skills but also set new benchmarks in the sport. Academic pursuits and professional transition. Balancing academics with athletics, Button attended Harvard College, graduating in 1952. He then pursued a law degree at Harvard Law School, completing it in 1956. After retiring from amateur competition, Button briefly performed in ice shows, including tours with the Ice Capita and Holiday on Ice. However, his passion for the sport led him to other avenues within the skating world. Broadcasting career and legacy. Transitioning to broadcasting, Button became a prominent figure skating analyst. He provided commentary for CBS during the 1960 Winter Olympics, marking the start of a long and influential career in sports journalism. His insightful and candid analyses endeared him to audiences, and he continued to commentate for various networks, including ABC and NBC, covering events up to the 2010 Winter Olympics. In recognition of his contributions, Button was inducted into the inaugural class of the World Figure Skating Hall of Fame in 1976. Personal life and passing. Button's personal life was marked by both triumphs and challenges. In 1975, he married figure skating coach Slavka Kout, with whom he had 2 children, Edward and Emily. The couple later divorced. He faced health challenges, including a serious head injury in 1978 and another in 2000, but remained resilient. Button passed away on January 30, 2025, at the age of 95, leaving behind a legacy that profoundly impacted the figure skating community. Impact and remembrance. Button's influence on figure skating is immeasurable. His technical innovations, including the introduction of the double axel and triple loop, revolutionized the sport. As a commentator, he educated and inspired generations of skaters and fans alike. His passing came shortly after a tragic accident that claimed the lives of several figure skaters, casting a somber shadow over the skating community. Button is survived by his longtime partner, Dennis Grimaldi, and his children. In reflecting on Button's life and career, it's evident that his contributions extended beyond his athletic achievements. He was a pioneer who pushed the boundaries of what was possible on the ice, a mentor who guided audiences through the intricacies of the sport, and a beloved figure whose legacy will continue to inspire future generations. James Gene Barge Jr. was an influential American tenor and alto saxophonist, composer, and record producer whose career spanned several decades and left an indelible mark on the worlds of blues, rock, and R&B. Born on August 9, 1926, in Norfolk, Virginia, Barge was raised in an environment steeped in music and culture. From his earliest days, his innate musical talent was evident, and he would go on to become a founding member of one of the 1960s most notable regional bands, the Church Street Five. This group, which recorded for the locally based LeGrand Records, owned by Frank Guida, featured a lineup that included Barge on saxophone, Ron Jr. Farley on bass, Willie Burnell on piano, Leonard Barks on trombone, and Emmett Shields on drums. Together, they created a sound that resonated deeply with local audiences and contributed to the vibrant musical landscape of the era. During the early 1960s, as rock and roll and blues were evolving rapidly, Barge distinguished himself not only as a skilled instrumentalist but also as a composer and arranger. In 1961, when the Dovels reached the number 2 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 with the hit, Bristol Stomp, the song included the line, "We ponied and twisted and we rocked with Daddy G." This reference to Daddy G came about because Barge had earlier co-written 2 tracks titled A Night with Daddy G Part 1 and A Night with Daddy G Part 2 for LeGrand Records. The pseudonym Daddy G became associated with him, although there has been some ambiguity as to whether the name originally referred to Barge or to another figure, Bishop Daddy Grace, an evangelist from Norfolk whose church address also played a part in the naming. Regardless of the origin, the nickname stuck, and Barge would later tour under the moniker, further cementing his identity in the music industry. After establishing himself in Virginia, Barge moved to Chicago in the early 1960s in order to broaden his musical and acting career. Chicago, with its rich history of blues and jazz, provided the perfect backdrop for Barge to expand his repertoire. In Chicago, he became involved with Chess Records, where he played on numerous recording sessions, arranged music, and contributed production work. The experience he gained at Chess Records was invaluable. It not only honed his technical skills but also deepened his understanding of the blues and rock genres. His contributions to the music of the era were significant, and he quickly became known as a reliable and innovative musician who could elevate any project he worked on. During the 1970s, Barge's career continued to flourish as he expanded into production and arrangement work. He played a key role in shaping the sound of early hits by artists such as Natalie Cole. His production skills, coupled with his prowess on the saxophone, allowed him to collaborate with some of the biggest names in the industry. Over the years, he toured and performed with legendary artists like Fats Domino, Bo Diddley, Big Joe Turner, Laverne Baker, Ray Charles, Chuck Willis, and the Rolling Stones. His work with Gary U.S. Bonds further expanded his influence, as his earlier contributions as Daddy G were referenced in Bonds' hit Quarter to Three, a track that added the Church Street Five instrumental to new lyrics, celebrating his musical influence with lines like, "With the help last night," of Daddy G, and the rallying cry, "Blow, Daddy." Barge's versatility extended beyond the recording studio and live performances. He also pursued an acting career, appearing in films that ranged from action to drama. Notably, he had roles in major movies featuring renowned actors such as Gene Hackman, Chuck Norris, Harrison Ford, and Steven Seagal. His appearances in films like Under Siege and The Fugitive showcased his ability to bring his musical persona and charismatic stage presence to the silver screen, blending his talents as a musician and actor in a way that resonated with diverse audiences. Throughout his long and storied career, James Gene Barge Jr. became known as a consummate professional whose contributions to music were both technical and creative. His innovative approach to playing the saxophone, his ability to arrange and produce records, and his willingness to collaborate with a wide range of artists all contributed to a legacy that spanned multiple genres and generations. As a member of the Church Street Five, he was at the forefront of a musical movement that celebrated the rich traditions of blues and rock. His work with Chess Records in Chicago further exemplified his dedication to the craft and his desire to push the boundaries of musical expression. Barge's influence was not confined solely to his recorded output. His live performances were also legendary. Touring under the name Daddy G, he captivated audiences with his energetic and soulful playing. His performances were characterized by an unyielding passion and a deep connection to the roots of American music. Whether he was performing in intimate clubs or large concert venues, Barge's ability to connect with his audience was evident, and his shows became a testament to his enduring talent and charisma. In addition to his musical achievements, Barge was recognized for his contributions as a composer. His compositions and arrangements were notable for their ability to bridge different musical styles, combining elements of blues, rock, and R&B into a cohesive and innovative sound. His work as a composer was influential in shaping the sound of the 1960s and 1970s, and his legacy in this regard continues to inspire musicians and composers to this day. Later in his life, Barge continued to perform and contribute to the music industry, remaining active well into his later years. His dedication to his craft and his ability to adapt to changing musical landscapes ensured that his influence would endure long after his early successes. His contributions to live performances, recording sessions, and film projects all reflect a career built on passion, innovation, and a deep love for music. James Gene Barge Jr. passed away at his home in the Bronzeville neighborhood on the south side of Chicago on February 2, 2025, at the age of 98. His passing marked the end of an era for a musician whose life was intertwined with the evolution of American blues and rock music. He is remembered not only for his technical innovations on the saxophone, such as his pioneering work with the double and triple jumps of musical phrasing, but also for his warm personality, his collaborative spirit, and his enduring commitment to his art. In the wake of his death, tributes poured in from musicians, producers, and fans around the world. His influence on the music industry is still felt today, as countless artists continue to draw inspiration from his work. From his early days in Norfolk and Chicago to his later years as a revered performer and mentor, James Gene Barge Jr. exemplified the spirit of American music. His legacy is one of innovation, passion, and a relentless pursuit of excellence that transcended genres and generations. His life and career serve as a reminder of the power of music to connect people, evoke deep emotions, and transform lives. Richard Totten Dick Button was an American figure skater whose remarkable career spanned a transformative era in the sport. Born on July 18, 1929, in Englewood, New Jersey, Button began skating at a young age and displayed a natural talent that would eventually revolutionize figure skating in the post-World War II era. Despite starting his formal training relatively late at the age of 12, after his father overheard doubts about his potential, Button's determination led him to pursue rigorous training under coach Gus Lussey in Lake Placid, New York. This decision not only set the course for his competitive success but also instilled in him the work ethic and technical precision that would define his legacy. Button's competitive career was characterized by a series of groundbreaking achievements that helped shape modern figure skating. In his very first major competition, the 1943 Eastern States Novice Championship, Button showcased his potential by finishing second. His talent quickly became evident as he won the Eastern States Junior title in 1944, which earned him a spot at the National Novice Championships where he emerged victorious. By 1946, at just 16 years old, Button had already captured the U.S. Championship title, beginning a period of dominance in which he won multiple national titles in successive years. His early successes laid the foundation for his international breakthrough. At the 1947 World Championships, Button earned a silver medal, finishing second to Swiss skater Hans Gerschwiler after the compulsory figures portion. Although he won the free skating segment, Gerschwiler's overall consistency secured him the top spot. However, this experience served as a turning point, as Button resolved to improve every aspect of his performance. The following year, in 1948, Button not only captured his first Olympic gold medal at the Winter Games in St. Moritz by becoming the first skater to successfully land a double axel in competition but also won the European Championships, an achievement so significant that it led to non-European skaters being subsequently barred from the event. At 18, Button's Olympic triumph marked him as the youngest man ever to win gold in figure skating, a record that still stands. Button's innovation did not stop there. In the 1952 Winter Olympics in Oslo, he made history again by being the first to complete a triple jump, a triple loop, in competition, further pushing the technical boundaries of the sport. His successive victories at the Olympic Games, along with his multiple world championship titles from 1948 through 1952, cemented his reputation as one of the sport's all-time greats. His performances during this era were notable not only for their technical brilliance but also for the grace and athleticism he brought to the ice, qualities that would inspire generations of skaters. After his competitive career, Button chose to pursue academic and professional interests outside the skating arena. He attended Harvard College, where he balanced his studies with a passion for figure skating, and later earned a law degree from Harvard Law School in 1956. Although he retired from amateur competition in 1952, Button briefly returned to the ice by performing in professional ice shows such as the Ice Capita and Holiday on Ice during his law school vacations. These performances allowed him to share his love for skating with a broader audience and helped maintain his connection to the sport he revolutionized. Button's contributions to figure skating extended well beyond his competitive and performance achievements. Transitioning to broadcasting, he became a prominent figure skating analyst and commentator. His work with CBS during the 1960 Winter Olympics introduced millions of viewers to the intricate world of figure skating, while his later tenure with ABC Sports further solidified his status as the sport's most knowledgeable and charismatic commentator. Button's frank and insightful analysis, delivered with a blend of humor and deep expertise, educated viewers and elevated public appreciation for figure skating. His commentary career spanned several decades, earning him an Emmy Award in 1981 for Outstanding Sports Personality, Analyst, a testament to his enduring impact on the sports broadcast legacy. In addition to his work as a commentator, Button made significant contributions as a producer. Through his company, Candid Productions, he created televised events such as the World Professional Figure Skating Championships and other sports specials that brought the excitement of figure skating to the living rooms of fans around the world. Button's multifaceted career in skating, encompassing competitive success, innovative techniques, broadcasting, and production, made him a true ambassador for the sport. Button also faced personal challenges throughout his long life. In 1978, he suffered a serious head injury after being assaulted in Central Park, an event that underscored the unpredictable challenges athletes can face off the ice. In 2000, a fall at a public rink in Westchester County resulted in a fractured skull and a significant brain injury. Despite these setbacks, Button's resilience shone through as he recovered and even became a national spokesman for the Brain Injury Association of America, using his experiences to advocate for greater awareness and support for those affected by head injuries. Richard Totten. Button's legacy is profound. Not only did he push the technical boundaries of figure skating, introducing elements such as the double axel and triple loop, but he also helped popularize the sport through his engaging and often candid commentary. For many fans and aspiring skaters, Button was the person who made figure skating accessible and fascinating, educating an entire generation about the beauty and athleticism of the sport. His life and career, spanning from a promising young skater to a celebrated champion and respected analyst, continue to inspire those who dream of greatness on the ice. Button passed away on January 30, 2025, at the age of 95 in North Salem, New York, leaving behind a legacy that transcends records and medals. His influence can still be felt in the world of figure skating, as both athletes and fans remember him as a pioneer who brought increased athleticism and innovation to the sport. His voice, both on the ice and in the commentary booth, educated and inspired generations, ensuring that his impact on figure skating will be remembered for many years to come. David Anthony Roberts was a distinguished American actor whose career spanned film, theater, television, and radio, leaving an indelible mark on each medium. Born on October 22, 1939, in Manhattan, New York City, Roberts was the son of Ken Roberts, a radio announcer, and Norma Finkelstein, an animator. Growing up in a family steeped in the world of media and entertainment, he was exposed early on to the arts and the power of storytelling. His Jewish heritage was an important part of his identity, and the vibrant cultural milieu of New York City provided the perfect backdrop for nurturing his creative talents. Roberts developed an interest in performance and the dramatic arts at a young age. He attended the High School of Music and Art, where his exposure to visual and performing arts further shaped his aspirations. Later, he pursued higher education at Northwestern University, a period during which he began to immerse himself in the world of theater. In 1962, he made his Broadway debut in the play Something About a Soldier, marking the beginning of a long and varied career on stage. This early experience on Broadway not only honed his acting skills but also instilled in him a deep appreciation for the discipline and collaboration required in live theater. Over the years, Roberts became particularly associated with the work of acclaimed director and writer Woody Allen. His collaboration with Allen resulted in several memorable film roles. Perhaps most notably, in the classic film Annie Hall, Roberts portrayed Rob, the best friend of the protagonist Alvy Singer. His performance was both nuanced and memorable, contributing to the film's overall charm and helping to cement its status as a seminal work of American cinema. Roberts also appeared in several other Woody Allen films, including Stardust Memories, 1980, A Midsummer Night's Sex Comedy, 1982, Hannah and Her Sisters, 1986, and Radio Days, 1987. His work with Allen showcased his versatility as an actor, as he was able to effortlessly shift from comic timing to dramatic sincerity. In addition to his film career, Roberts had an extensive theater career that spanned several decades. On Broadway, he performed in a wide range of productions that reflected his versatility and willingness to take on diverse roles. His stage credits include popular and critically acclaimed shows such as Barefoot in the Park, How Now, Dow Jones, Murder at the Howard Johnsons, and Promises, Promises. He was also part of the cast in Sugar, the musical adaptation of Some Like It Hot, and appeared in The Sisters Rosenzweig, They're Playing Our Song, Victor/Victoria, The Tale of the Allergist's Wife, Arsenic and Old Lace, and Cabaret. In 1998, Roberts played Buddy Plummer in Stephen Sondheim's Follies at the Paper Mill Playhouse in New Jersey, a role that showcased his ability to handle both comedic and dramatic material. Later, in 2007, he returned to Broadway in the musical Xanadu, reaffirming his status as a seasoned and respected stage actor. Roberts' television work was equally varied. Early in his career, he took on roles in popular soap operas, including a role as Lee Pollock on The Edge of Night, making him one of the early faces in daytime television. His television career further expanded with appearances on renowned series such as The Carol Burnett Show, Matlock, Law and Order, and Law and Order, Criminal Intent. In 1977, he was featured as a lead in the short-lived NBC legal drama Rossetti and Ryan, demonstrating his ability to handle both dramatic and lighthearted material. In 1978, he guest-starred on The Love Boat, where his character shared a brief but memorable romantic storyline with the cruise ship director Julie McCoy. His work on television extended beyond acting. Roberts lent his voice to numerous audiobook adaptations, providing narration for works like Stuart Wood's Stone Barrington series, Andrew Vatch's Batman, The Ultimate Evil, Kurt Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle, and Spencer Johnson's Who Moved My Cheese. His warm, distinctive voice made him a natural storyteller, captivating listeners with each narrated word. Throughout his career, Roberts maintained a balance between commercial projects and artistic pursuits. While he found great success in mainstream films and television shows, he also engaged with more experimental and independent projects that allowed him to explore complex characters and narratives. His willingness to take on diverse roles earned him a reputation as an actor who could bring depth and authenticity to any performance, whether on the big screen or on stage. Roberts' career was marked by a commitment to the craft of acting, and his collaborations with influential directors like Woody Allen showcased his adaptability and talent. His ability to transition between comedy and drama, between film and theater, set him apart from many of his contemporaries. Even as he aged, Roberts continued to work, adapting to the evolving landscape of entertainment with grace and perseverance. His final theatrically released film role was in the independent romantic comedy drama The Longest Week, 2014, in which he portrayed the therapist of Jason Bateman's character, a role that allowed him to bring both humor and gravitas to the screen. His last made-for-television film role came in Dirty Dancing, 2017, a production that reflected his enduring appeal and ability to connect with audiences across different media. On the personal side, Roberts was known for his down-to-earth nature and his deep-rooted connection to his New York upbringing. His parents' involvement in radio and animation provided him with a unique perspective on the entertainment industry, and he carried those early influences with him throughout his career. Roberts' contributions to film, theater, and television have left an enduring legacy, one that continues to inspire both audiences and fellow actors. David Anthony Roberts passed away from lung cancer at his Manhattan home on February 7, 2025, at the age of 85. His death marked the end of a remarkable career that spanned over 5 decades and left a lasting impact on the world of acting. Roberts is remembered not only for his memorable roles in classic films like Annie Hall and his recurring collaborations with Woody Allen, but also for his extensive work on Broadway and his heartfelt contributions to television and radio. His legacy is celebrated by fans and colleagues alike, and his work continues to resonate as a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the art of performance. Sean Connery was one of the most iconic and influential actors in the history of cinema, known for his distinctive presence, deep voice, and rugged charm. Born on August 25, 1930, in Edinburgh, Scotland, Connery's early life was marked by humble beginnings and the harsh realities of post-war Britain. Growing up in a working-class family, he experienced both hardship and the spirit of resilience, which would later become hallmarks of his on-screen persona. As a young man, Connery worked various jobs before turning his attention to acting, a decision that would eventually lead him to become a global superstar. His early exposure to the performing arts in Scotland instilled in him a sense of discipline and determination that would carry him through a long and storied career. Connery's breakthrough came when he was cast as the first James Bond in the film Dr. No in 1962. This role transformed him into an international icon almost overnight. The character of James Bond, suave, resourceful, and unflappable, resonated deeply with audiences around the world. Connery's portrayal set the standard for all future incarnations of the secret agent, and his performance was characterized by a blend of toughness, wit, and a touch of humor that made the character both formidable and charming. His James Bond became synonymous with sophistication and cool confidence, and the success of Dr. No launched a franchise that would span decades, with Connery reprising the role in several subsequent films, including From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, and Diamonds Are Forever. Each Bond film further solidified his reputation as the definitive Bond, capturing the imagination of viewers and influencing popular culture worldwide. Despite the immense success of his Bond films, Connery was determined not to be pigeonholed into a single type of role. He sought out a wide range of characters that would showcase his versatility as an actor. In films such as The Hill, Marnie, and The Man Who Would Be King, Connery demonstrated his ability to take on complex, dramatic roles that diverged significantly from the suave spy image. His performance in The Name of the Rose and The Untouchables further illustrated his range. In The Untouchables, 1987, he portrayed the tough, determined Irish-American officer Jim Malone, a role that earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. This performance was widely acclaimed for its depth and humanity, offering a striking contrast to the glamorous Bond persona that had made him famous. Connery's approach to acting was rooted in his belief in hard work and discipline. He was known for his meticulous preparation for roles and his commitment to delivering performances that were both authentic and engaging. Off-screen, he was a consummate professional who took his craft seriously, often advising younger actors and sharing insights from his extensive career. His natural charisma and rugged good looks, combined with a voice that carried authority and warmth, made him a favorite not only among audiences but also within the industry. Throughout his career, Connery accumulated numerous accolades that acknowledged his contributions to film. In addition to his Oscar for The Untouchables, he received several Golden Globe Awards and BAFTA nominations. His status as a cultural icon was further cemented when he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000, becoming Sir Sean Connery. This honor recognized not only his artistic achievements but also his influence as a figure who transcended the realm of entertainment to become a symbol of British talent and perseverance. Connery's impact extended beyond his film roles. He was also known for his work as a producer and mentor. He took an active interest in the development of new talent and supported various projects that pushed the boundaries of conventional filmmaking. His collaborations with directors like John Huston, Martin Scorsese, and Kevin Costner brought out some of the most memorable performances in modern cinema. Moreover, his willingness to experiment with different genres, from historical dramas to thrillers and even comedies, demonstrated his versatility and commitment to exploring the full spectrum of human experience on screen. In addition to his professional accomplishments, Connery was known for his larger-than-life personality and his off-screen charisma. He often spoke candidly about his life experiences, offering insights into the ups and downs of a career that spanned over 5 decades. His stories of working on early Bond films, dealing with the pressures of fame, and navigating the complexities of the film industry were both entertaining and enlightening. Connery's wit and charm made him a favorite guest on talk shows and in interviews, where he was able to articulate his views on acting, art, and life in a manner that was both engaging and sincere. Despite achieving immense fame and success, Connery remained a humble and down-to-earth individual. He was known for his loyalty to his roots and his continued connection to Scotland, often returning to his homeland and participating in cultural events there. His love for his country and his commitment to preserving its heritage were evident in his interviews and public appearances. Connery's influence on subsequent generations of actors is profound. Many cite him as an inspiration for his ability to blend toughness with vulnerability, creating characters that were both heroic and deeply human. In his later years, Connery continued to act in a variety of roles that allowed him to explore new aspects of his talent. Films like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and Finding Forrester showcased his continued relevance in an ever-evolving industry, and his performances maintained the same level of excellence that had defined his earlier work. Even as he aged, Connery's commitment to his craft did not waver, and he remained a figure of respect and admiration among his peers and fans alike. Sean Connery passed away on October 31, 2020, leaving behind a legacy that has continued to influence the film industry and popular culture. His contributions to cinema are remembered not only for the memorable characters he brought to life but also for the pioneering spirit that drove him to push the boundaries of his craft. Over the years, he became synonymous with excellence in acting, and his body of work remains a testament to the power of talent, dedication, and the enduring magic of storytelling. Connery's life, marked by both extraordinary achievements and personal resilience, serves as an inspiration to actors and filmmakers around the world, ensuring that his legacy will live on for generations to come. Thank you for watching. We hope this tribute helped keep the memory of these legends alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories. Until next time, take care and keep their legacies in your heart.